At Tunisia Security coming at you on Tuesday, January 26, 2016, with an update on the security situation in Tunisia. And I also want to share with you one practical tip which you can do to prepare yourself in the event of an emergency situation while living overseas. All right, so let's get right into it. Our last post, we talked about the need for additional security awareness during the month of January. And we spoke about the various threats that were out there and how the situation, specifically in Kasserine, was getting a little bit out of hand and how that could affect a larger part of Tunisia. So here we are with a curfew in place. There is a nationwide curfew here in Tunis, Tunisia. And the curfew goes from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. The word is that if things go well for this week, this curfew could be lifted soon. But still, we need to maintain a high security awareness throughout these days. So in this post, I want to share two things. First of all, I want to talk about the security situation, obviously. Secondly, I want to share a tip. Specifically, I want to talk about how you and why you should prepare a kit, a family kit, or if you're a single person, individual person living overseas, it doesn't matter. Just an emergency supply bag that you have accessible in your home. So I'm going to be going into that, and I hope you find that helpful. So the first point, let's talk about this article here. We got Tunisia, cautious and calm after nighttime curfew imposed. So just want expats to get an idea of what's going on here in Tunisia. This story was reported a few days ago, but basically a town in the governorate of Sidi Bouzid, protesters many protesters were arrested, and the police suffered significant damage to their vehicles. Specifically 26 police vehicles were damaged and 9 police stations were ransacked. So this was the situation that was going on and what ultimately led to the curfew. So, but why should we be concerned as expats? I'll tell you why. Why should we be concerned? Well, the risk for us as expats is what we don't want to see is a breakdown in police response. Obviously, that would then lead to large-scale civil unrest. Now, the situation here in Tunis, Tunisia has calmed down significantly after the weekend curfew, the various arrests, the dialogue that's going on as well. However, sources tell me that things could have gotten a lot worse had, for example, a couple of protesters been severely hurt or, God forbid, a death of some sorts, any type of shooting and so forth. So that could have put us in a whole different type of environment. So that's how quick things develop and could change easily here in North Africa. Obviously, another major incident, such as the one that took place in Sousse or Bardo, could also initiate another cycle of violence, which could lead us into a road of widespread chaos. So that's sort of our doomsday scenario for expats and why we should be aware and engage of what's going on. So at this point, let's take a deep breath and pause, all right? Let's appreciate the beautiful weather here in Tunisia, the nice oranges that are now available, and the people here. So it's not all doomsday here, but there are reasons for concerns. Now, we know that Tunisian security forces remain active. That's a good thing. And Tunisia continues to receive wide support from the international community. We saw this recently with France and other countries as well. Additionally, this new security development, mainly these job protests, are strictly local. It's a strictly local issue, and what I mean by that, it's a socio-economic issue, and it's not directed towards international organizations or expats. All right, so kind of let's put this in perspective. But still, as expats, we must be prepared in a practical way to prepare for the unexpected. All right, to prepare for sort of challenges is to put together an emergency kit or home emergency bag. Really, doesn't matter what you call it. It goes by many names, but there's a lot of ways to go about this. But what I want you to do is think about a bag or a place in your home where you're prepared to go with 72 hours of supplies. All right, think about your setup or your family setup. Think about 3 days of food, water, and essential supplies such as medicines, things of that nature. Every individual person, family has their own needs, all right? And also, you need to plan that there will be limited electricity, gas, water, and this type of stuff. So think about those needs as well. Your supply kit should contain items that to help you manage through power outages and this type of stuff as well. So I want you to put that together. It doesn't take much. We do it with our family. We'll take a bag. We'll put in our essential supplies. We'll constantly refresh. And what this activity does more than prepare you is it allows you to go through a process so that when things do pick up, when there's a situation going like we just went through a curfew, you feel more at ease and you're able to engage, you're able to adapt and overcome. So we're about to end things here, and we just want to remind people to feel free to check us out online. It's the easiest way to stay up to date with what's going on here in Tunis, Tunisia. So if you want quick and informative updates, look us up on Facebook. You can like the Tunisia Security Update Facebook page. You just simply like the page and then you'll get the updates. You can also follow us very easily on Twitter if you look us up at David Security. And if you want more, if you want in-depth analysis, you want to read more about the situation, visit our blog at www.tunisiasecurityupdate.com. Finally, if you like these videos and you want to see more of them, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the expats YouTube channel, and you'll get the updates that way. So there's your update for today. As you can see, there's a lot of good information out there. There's plenty of ways for you to stay engaged and informed. I always look forward to reading your comments and emails and updates as well. So keep me posted and let's stay engaged and let's stay informed as we continue our journey here in Tunis, Tunisia.